Today, we're on the streets asking Americans what they think about music from Argentina. Most people here have never heard of artists like Trueno, Emilia, or Duki, so we're going to be playing for them a mix of rap, pop, and reggaeton straight from Argentina and getting their real, unfiltered reactions.
Alright guys, so today we're going to be playing Emilia Mernes for
Julia.
So I hope Julia likes it. Julia, I need you to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
You need to be honest. If it's bad, say it's bad.
Okay.
So far, what do you think about the music video?
Entertaining.
Scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
Oh, the video?
Yes.
Okay, the music video, I would give like a 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about like the flow of the song, the vibe?
Okay, I would say like an 8.5. Yeah. It wasn't a bop.
Okay, so for the viewers, because some of them are like Latin American, let them know what you mean by bop.
Like a real jam. I want to be like, I was almost on the vibe of really dancing. It was a vibe.
You know, like secretly, that's my cousin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. No, definitely good voice though.
Do you listen to Latin songs or not really?
Not really.
Gracias mamá, estamos bien. El paco reclama my name. Baby, what you wanna say?
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't understand the lyrics, but that shit was hard, bro.
If you were to rate it, what would you rate it just off the vibes and the energy? What would you rate it? Scale of 1 to 10.
Vibes were good. 2 beat drops in a row was tough. The English was good. Voice unique. I would rate that like a solid 9.5.
Damn!
If I listened to the lyrics, maybe higher.
So we're playing Duki Da Vinci.
Okay, Duki? Duki means poop. Duki means poop, at least here. Ooh, I'm liking the music video. Oh, yes, this is better. This is way better.
I want to know what you think about like first part and then the second part.
The first part was giving me very surface level, not really going in hard with the beat.
Okay.
And then the beat switched up. That was pretty sick. He was kind of going random. He was talking about like Givenchy, and then he's talking about his dead grandma. So like that was kind of a weird switch up. I'm a lyrics gal. I like knowing lyrics.
So what would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
For the beat, like a 9 out of 10 if you're in the club.
Okay.
For the lyrics, I'd have to know more about them, so I'll give it like a 6. Do you listen to Bad Bunny?
That's my uncle actually.
That's what he reminded me of, kind of.
Wait, did you listen to Bad Bunny's album?
No.
I mean, I think it's calm, but I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, I know you don't get what I'm saying, but it's just like of the vibe, of the rhythm, of the flow.
It gives off like more like general Spanish songs. Like it's not bad. Like more like them Daddy Yankee. I don't know. It just gives off the Colombian vibe. Scale 1 to 10. I'll give it like a calm 6 or 7.
I like your honest reaction.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm looking for. I don't want people to fake it and be like, oh, this is gas. Everyone has their own opinion, so it's fair enough. Wait, who do you want to listen to? A girl or a guy?
A girl.
I'll give you some Nats Peluso.
Oh my god, I love her voice.
Okay.
She has a really nice voice. How old is she? She looks so young.
I actually don't know how old she is, but let's check. Wait, how old would you say she is?
She looks like she's like 19.
Let me ask that question again. How old do you think she is?
She looks like she's like 19, 20. How old is she?
Oh, she's 30 years old.
No way.
I mean, that's good though.
Her vibe is very attractive.
So what do you think about the song, the flow, the energy?
I like it. I think it's very like badass energy. I like the way she's just like doing whatever. Okay, I listen to very different music.
Okay.
But out of 10, I would rate her like 8.5. Wait, it actually hits. I actually fuck with it. Good ass song.
1 to 10, what would you rate it?
Probably a 7.
Where do you think it's from?
I have no idea. Genuinely, like with his voice, like I can't tell.
Okay, he's from Argentina.
Oh,
That's where I'm from.
really?
Yeah, I'm half Argentinian and Nigerian.
Stop the cap.
So you know what's funny? In the moment of me recording this video right now, Argentina is playing. Let's actually see if they're freaking winning the game today. Please tell me they're actually winning. Let's see. Please tell me let's go! Let's go 1-0. Let's go. We're winning this game. Argentina la casa. You have to be honest. Don't lie. If it's bad, say it's bad.
Okay. It's pretty bad.
Nicki, Nicole. Hey,
I'm so sorry. Probably a 1. I'll be nice.
it's people's opinion. You know, one person's opinion shouldn't matter. That's the first below 5 rating we've gotten in a minute. We are going to be making milanesa. And for most of you guys that saw me react to Argentina food, and at the end of the video, I asked you guys what food I should make. The majority of you guys told me to make milanesa. Like this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, all over the screen. Okay guys, so we got the flour, the 2 eggs, salt, breadcrumbs. I couldn't find the actual garlic, so I'm just gonna use garlic powder. Got my parsley, got my oil, and got my steak. Alright, so guys, so first off, we got the 2 steaks over here. First off, we're gonna damp the steak, you know, to get rid of the water with some paper towels. Then you just sprinkle a little bit of salt on this. Then we're gonna do on this side. And then it also said add a little bit of pepper. Yes, yeah. We're gonna spread this thing later though, but for now, we're just doing this just to add the seasoning and everything. Then we rub it all over. So guys, so for the next step, we're gonna add milk to the bowl. Milk. I'm just freeballing this. I actually have no idea. All I know, we're gonna crack 2 eggs. And this other one. So there, crack that shit. Yeah. And we also need to add this parsley. Honestly guys, I'm freeballing this, but I'm pretty sure I have a good estimate of how much we're gonna need. I think this is enough parsley that we need. And then garlic, just estimate it. I think that's good. And we also need to add salt. Just a pinch of salt to give it taste. This looks like I'm doing something. Then we mix all this. We don't have a whisk, so I'm just using a fork. So if you guys don't have a whisk in your house, just use forks. It works both ways. As you guys can see, this is the flour. Mixed this in here. And then this is my breadcrumbs. And then this is the steak. Next, we're gonna dip. So who knows? Let's see how this turns out though. Alright, so guys, next step, we're gonna dip the steak in the flour. We have to make sure it's fully coated. We're gonna have to shake off any excess of our flour and then dip it into our egg mixture. And then we go take this in here, shake it up, just pat it down. I think this is good. And then we're gonna do the same process for this one also. And now we're gonna fry this up right now. So in this next step, you want to add your oil. I don't know if this is a lot, but I don't know yet. There we go, just have to reduce it a little bit. Alright guys, so I think this is ready. Most of my coating came off. No. Oh, wow, I don't know what this is gonna taste like, but hey, let's see though. Apparently we have to watch this till it's like golden brown. Why is it already looking like it's golden brown on the heck? Should I turn it down? Oil? So it cooks slower. Okay guys, this is the process so far. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to come out. Oh no, it's coming out. Alright guys, so you guys know you're supposed to eat the milanese with potatoes or chips, but inside I had rice and stew. There wasn't enough stew, but don't worry about it guys. And then this is my milanesa. I don't know if I did this right. Got my malt right here. Yeah. Now it's time for the real taste test. But I'm scared low key. Let's do this. I hope this came out good guys. If not, I might just be a bad cook. Always remember to pray guys. Now, let's do this. Why am I scared to eat my own food? Yo, I can't lie. Mwah. Bro, I didn't expect it to be this good. It's not that good, but it's good. If I was to rate this milanesa that I'm eating, I'm probably gonna give it a 7 or a 6 out of 10. I'm being honest with my own cooking. If you guys don't know what this is, you guys should go get it. I'm trying to eat it with my rice and enjoy myself.
And this is the top 10 scary Argentine urban legends. These stories are of course going to be creepy, they're going to be scary, and you're going to want more. Just remember to leave your suggestions for the next country in the comments section below. Alright, starting off at number 10 now, we have El Familia.
El Familia? El Familia? My family? Or your family? El Familia? Why does she look like a freaking demon, bro? Like a freaking demon raised from hell.
With a big one here, because this creature is said to be the devil, as in the actual devil. The legend began in the 19th century when people believed that the sugarcane industry had made a deal with the devil. They said the industry
Sugarcane
was protected from an economic downturn because they were making a yearly human sacrifice to the devil. Because of this, the devil could always be seen emerging from their sugar refineries and plantations. Sometimes he would take the form of a giant snake called Viboron, who would eat one worker every year as part of the whole sacrifice.
Huh? Does that even make sense?
Other times, the devil was said to take the form of an enormous, headless black dog. Perhaps this form is the most terrifying to the unfortunate people who have seen this creature.
Bro, that's actually low-key scary though. If you see this shit, bro, I'm running, bro.
It darts through trees, its chain clanking around its neck. Of course, it gets one human sacrifice a year, but if it sees you, it might want a quick snack anyway. Next up at number 9 now, we have the Recoleta Cemetery. The story goes a little bit like this. One day,
I've heard about this one. I need to do like a deep dive into this one.
a young man met a beautiful girl near a cemetery and took her out on a date. During the night, the girl felt cold. The guy gave her his jacket, but she ended up spilling some drink on it. She apologized and said she would have it clean by the next day. In the morning, the man went over and knocked on her door. A woman came to the door, but it was not the girl, it was actually her mother. She told him the girl he was looking for had actually passed away a long time ago. She was buried in the cemetery nearby. Naturally, he didn't believe her. He remembered the whole night they had together, especially her taking his jacket. So he went
But that must actually be scary though.
into the cemetery, and there he found his drink-stained jacket draped over the crypt with the girl's name on it. The crypt is actually still there today. You can visit it. They call her the Lady in White. Real name Lou Maria Garcia Veloso. She was 15 when she died from leukemia in 1925. Ever since then, a number of men have come forward and sworn that they too have met the White Lady, even taken her on dates, and she always slips away into the gravestones before they know what's going on.
Okay, bro. Okay, what? Bro, I'm actually getting like goosebumps. I'm actually low-key scared. What the fuck? I'm actually low-key scared. I'm low-key scared. What?
Next up at number 8 now, we have the Pombero.
Bro, this is that shit's actually scary though. Let me know how many of you guys believe it, bro. Let me know down in the comment section. But that's scary though.
Legendary creature that comes from the Guarini mythology. Its original name translates to the Man of the Night. He is said to be a nocturnal creature, and
Brother, why does bro look like my ancestors, bro?
physical descriptions of him do vary. He's often described as being short and ugly with hairy hands and feet. He generally lives in rural areas or the forest, too scared to come into direct contact with humans, although they are said to sometimes inhabit an abandoned house. Due to its familiarity with the forest, the Pombero is said to be able to imitate the sounds of various forest creatures. Specifically, the Pombero can imitate bird song, especially nocturnal ones. As such, they are often seen as protectors
Well, it's actually scary, bro. What the fuck?
of the birds. Those who have seen the Pombero say that before he appears, you can hear his whistle. Many become so scared of the Pomberos that they fear whistling ever again for fear of invoking his anger. Mostly though, he saves his powers and mischief for farmers. The Pombero has been known to steal cattle, steal eggs, chicken and honey, frighten horses and scatter rice or corn. Perhaps the strangest aspect I found was that the Pombero is said to be able to impregnate a woman with a single touch. Some say if a baby is born hairy and ugly, the Pombero came for a visit in the night.
What I wanted to mostly say, at home my dad used to tell me never to whistle because I think it had to do something with like evil spirits coming out at night to like haunt you or something. I think so. So yeah, at home we were just never allowed to whistle.
Moving on to number 7 now, we have La Luz Mala. This name translates to the bad light, and I think that's a pretty good description. In Argentina and Uruguay, people have reported seeing a wisp of light in the countryside. It's not human made and it seems more supernatural than anything. It appears to float over a given area. You may approach the light, but beware, it's said to be made from toxic gases that come from decaying human bones. You see, the light usually appears over areas where people are buried. Because of the gases and its association with death, many people choose to never approach the light. Some do though, and they often report finding Native American pottery and human remains. They say the light makes a screeching noise that sounds as if it's in pain or perhaps fearful. Is that the light or the sound of the spirit the body belonged to, unable to find its way through the dark and into the afterlife? It's been said that if the light falls at the foot of a hill, then treasure can be found there. However, by this point, most people are already running in the other direction. Some have referred to the wisp as the lantern of the devil, and I'm sure now you can see why. Next up,
yeah, bro. Like what? If you see a white bright light, bro, and it looks suspicious, bro, it's either like an angel or like this is something that wants to take your soul. Like one of the two.
For 6 now, we have the Wekufi. This legend comes from the Mapuche people of Argentina and Chile. According to them, the Wekufi is a harmful spirit or demon.
Okay, what the fuck? Bro, this shit look like the. I don't know if you guys watch anime. If you guys have watched anime, you guys know like one of the foxes, the nine tails or the nine tails. One of the Jinchurikis from Naruto.
The Mapuche were introduced to Christianity. The Wakufi was said to inhabit people as well as being free-form spirits. They can alternate between both forms and often an animal form too. Their aim is to enslave the souls of the dead, and they take great pleasure in spreading diseases and killing people. They were said to come from the west and had no soul. They were said to enter our world as a consequence of battles with the Philan spirits, which resulted in the destruction of the perfect harmony of the world. They have the power to capture and enslave the spirits of the recently dead if it's reluctant to leave the body and transform into a greater spirit. If they do manage to trap a spirit in this way, they can use them to hurt other people. In this way, the Wakufi are very feared entities. Not only can they enslave your soul and rob you of an afterlife, they can also use you to hurt others, perhaps even your own family and friends. Many people feel this truly is a fate worse than death.
I mean, like, isn't that just like some human beings who just have no souls that just want to hurt people?
Next up at number 5 now we have La Viudita. This is a common tale across Latin America, including Argentina. La Viudita is known as the Black Widow. She is said to be a beautiful woman, veiled and dressed in black from head to toe, who walks in the streets after midnight. She tries to get drunk men to her house. If she succeeds, it's then and only then that she will take off her veil to reveal that her face is nothing more than a grotesque skull.
What the fuck? Bro, that shit low-key actually scared me, bro. What the fuck is this face? What the fuck is this face? This should look like from the face from what's that movie that this girl is in? Jenny Ortega. The Bumblebee or Beetlejuice? Yeah, Beetlejuice. She's like she's from the one of the characters from Beetlejuice, bro. Nah, bro, this is scary.
Said to be so horrific that the men are quite literally scared to death as a woman lets out a shriek of hair-raising laughter. For those men that do survive, they awaken at dawn, usually lying in a puddle or covered in thistles and swearing to never party until late again. Moving on to number 4 now, we have San La Muerta. This is a well-known skeletal creature in the northeast of Argentina. His name translates to, quite simply, Saint Death. He carries a scythe and wears a hooded robe.
Isn't that the Reaper? That's literally the Reaper.
Quite simply, Saint Death. He carries a scythe and wears a hooded robe. As you might expect from his name, he has the ability to bring death to anyone and to also protect people from harm if they worship him. Naturally, many people want him on their side, so they offer prayers and rituals to Saint Death in the hope that he fulfills their requests. Offerings can include drinks, candles, or in some cases, even human blood. He is said to protect worshippers from witchcraft and has the ability to remove the evil eye from someone. Some say he can shorten prison terms of inmates or even keep them from being sent there at all. Belief in this being has its roots in both Native American and Catholic tradition. However, the Catholic Church has refused to endorse it as they say it's contrary to the belief of Jesus defeating death. Many people though, that doesn't really matter. Saint Death is a mysterious and powerful being and they'd rather...
Saint Death? Saint?
That doesn't really matter. Saint Death is a mysterious and powerful being and they'd rather be with him than against him. Next up at number 3 now we have El Chupacabra. This is said to be a hideous creature that attacks animals, especially farmers' livestock. It doesn't eat them though, it sucks them dry of their blood. Its name literally translates to goat sucker because of this. As with many legendary creatures we've talked about,
at that point, isn't that just a vampire?
It's most commonly described though as a heavy creature, reptilian in appearance and about the size of a small bear. Its scaly skin is greenish grey and has a row of sharp spines reaching from its neck to the base of its tail. It's not just isolated to Argentina though, it's a common sighting in many places. Eyewitness sightings have been reported as far south as Chile and as far north as Maine in the USA. They've even been spotted in Russia and the Philippines. The first reported attack came in Puerto Rico in 1995 when 8 sheep were discovered dead. Each one had 3 puncture wounds in the chest area and neck and were completely drained of blood. A few months later, in August, an eyewitness reported seeing the creature in the Puerto Rican town of Canovanas, where roughly 150 farm animals and pets have been killed. Many people...
Damn, that's a lot.
Say that only the Chupacabra is capable of such an attack. Moving on to number 2 now, we have the Lost Station. Line A is the oldest subway line in Argentina's capital of Buenos Aires. It's no surprise then that there are thousands of creepy stories surrounding it. For example, it's been said that officials had to change the route of the line due to an encounter with a mysterious graveyard. People also say it's possible to see the ghost of a bride at a certain time between certain stations. Then there is the Lost Station. This train line passes between the stations of Pasco Sur and Alberti Norte. These were closed decades ago as it was deemed not efficient to have so many different subway stops within walking distance. Now,
Wait, so is it actually closed though?
nowadays, these stations can still be seen along the line, and there are many witnesses who claim with absolute certainty that they have seen one of the stations fully lit with people dressed in period clothing standing there waiting.
Bro, I can't lie, bro. I can't lie, bro. I think I'm gonna have to go there. I'm gonna have to go to this steering station, bro. I don't believe that shit.
For a train that will never arrive. This is the Lost Station. It terrifies some and attracts others to it. If the latter sounds like you, just remember to not get lost down there. And finally, number 1 now, we have Rufina Cambaceres. There are a few different versions of this legend, but this is perhaps the most famous one. She was a girl whose father died. Her widowed mother then had a secret romance with the ex-president of Argentina. He used to visit the mother quite regularly. Rufina was unaware of their relationship and ended up falling in love with the man. In May 1902, during Rufina's birthday celebrations at the Colón Theatre, a friend told her the truth about what had been going on. She was so shocked, hurt, and confused by the news that Rufina's heart became paralyzed. She was buried in the same grave plot as her father. On the night of...
Damn, she was that in love? That her heart got heartbroken like that? Damn.
Heart became paralyzed. She was buried in the same grave plot as her father. On the night of her funeral, the cemetery caretakers heard some noises in Rufina's grave. When they went to look at it, they noticed the coffin had been moved from its original place. They told Rufina's family, and when they arrived, they were shocked to their core by what they saw. They found Rufina's body had been turned the other way round, and her body and face were covered with marks, as was the coffin's cover. While in the coffin, she had revived with an epileptic attack and woke up before dying again from the shock of it all. Because of her traumatic death, many say her spirit became restless. She is said to wander around that cemetery at night, crying out for her love that never was, still dressed in the clothes she wore for her birthday.
Bro, that's actually like crazy though. That's crazy. I think the one that I got scared of was the woman with the skull, the widow one. That one was scary. The thing is, it's not that I can't believe urban legends, because there's a reason why people talk about them. Like, it's bound to have happened before, like sometime in the past. So I can't say it never happened, you know. But damn, that shit was scary.